I've heard a lot of people have been really interested in Black Myth Wukong, which, while I don't know anything about that, I can tell you about how I was introduced to the Chinese literature Journey to the West. I've since then read the books, but this was my introduction to it, and it definitely made the books a lot more interesting. I've thought about this game a bit, but I've never found a good opportunity to bring it up. Well, here's my chance. In 1997, Final Fantasy Tactics landed and it made a big splash. 2 years later, Koei attempted to follow up with their own entry into the isometric, turn-based tactical game. Koei is the developer behind Uncharted Waters, Balor of the Evil Eye, and most well-known Dynasty Warriors. Chapter 1: Journey's Companions. Monkey Rock. We've come quite a distance. After we cross this mountain, we'll be near the edge of China. Is it true there are monsters on this mountain? Don't worry, that's why we're here. We'll take care of you. What are they? Monsters. Master Sanzo, get back. Let us take care of this. Run, Master Sanzo. Get away while you still can. What about you? I can't leave you. We'll hold them off. Get out of here, now! Ah! Ah! No! I don't want to die here. Hey you! You're the monk called Sanzo, aren't you? Huh? Who's that? Who's calling my name? Up here, on the mountain! A rock? A voice from a rock? Not the rock! I'm trapped inside the rock! If you're Sanzo, you should be able to free me. Come free me, then I'll help you defeat these wimps. Alright, I'll be right there. Objective: remove the charm from the rock. Our objective here is this is the tutorial stage. We just need to reach a location and activate the use command. You cannot use use command at the same turn you've done attack or spell. I've never fought before. I must be careful. If his hit points reach 0, the game ends. Sanzo's HP is the only one that matters. You will have other teammates throughout the story, but his is the only one because he's human. The others that you get will not necessarily be so. The game itself, having been made in 1999, does lack a lot of features that we've come to expect, such as a turn order to see who's going next. The closest thing is that if you look above each person's portrait, it'll have a little arrow and a number. That's the order everyone goes in. Here's some advice. After you cross that bridge, drop it into the valley below. You will have to go around. That'll give you some time. Be careful not to drop it before you cross. Okay. You can see that there was a hand icon right above my targeting reticle. If I do use this log, that means I am dropping into the ravine below. It's not an instant kill for enemies or anything, or even for Sanzo. It will, however, cause them to have to go around the mountain to get to you. Oh, and there's a treasure box. You can open that too. Did you say treasure box? What's in it? Don't know, but be careful. You don't have much time. The monsters are coming. Yes, I need to be careful. Now, I understand that on the internet it might be bad form to directly link to certain sites, but in the interest of being open about how I got this to work, I downloaded something called BizHawk, that's my emulator, and then I went to archive.org and found some PlayStation BIOS files that made BizHawk able to emulate this. I actually do have the CDs, which has always been a gray area, but yeah, I actually own the CD, the original PlayStation CDs for this. But if you needed the image, I also found a copy of that on retrostick.com. It's retrostick with no K. And if you need the manual, I found one at gamesdatabase.org. You should be able to take the charm off this rock as well. Hurry, come and break the spell. Then I can be free of this rock. Have patience, I'll be there soon. One thing to be aware of is the dude's name in the rock. His name is Son Goku, and I've never actually watched Dragon Ball, but I believe his name in that is also Son Goku. They have the same originating story, being the Journey to the West or Wukong. It is Wukong in China, but it is called Son Goku in Japan. Sanzo, you don't get to rename him, but you can pick his gender when you're starting the game. Sanzo is more of a support unit, at least in the very beginning of the game, and then maybe you can kind of treat him as a summoner later on. In the beginning, you will want to defend him and have him cast this heal spell pretty regularly, because the enemies can and will attempt to pop Sanzo. Remember that if they defeat him, the game is over, so just go ahead and heal. You can, as with most tactical-based RPGs, you can just attack and cast spells to increase your experience points. The game does offer a really interesting mechanic. While you can definitely farm experience points in this manner, the game does actually reward you for beating a mission quickly. It's called Were XP, as in werewolf. Yes, I can finally leave this rock. Move away from the rock, it's dangerous. Here I go! This is back in an era where Sailor Moon was considered kind of a very new thing. Google Translate was not even around yet, as AOL was already taking the world by storm. In order to attempt to adapt this to Western knowledge, they call it were or transformation or shapeshifting instead of being magical transformation. So yes, the whole thing here is called were as in werewolf. It's definitely a little odd to read it, but it makes sense. Ah! A lot of these animations do take a while, and there are 3 settings in the animation system settings. It is always show only the first time, and never show. I have it set to show the first time. So you're Sanzo. Thanks for setting me free. Man, does it feel good to be out of there. Who are you? Why were you in that rock? Son Goku's the name. As for the rest, doesn't really matter. Now, just what's a monk doing here in the middle of these mountains? I have been commanded by Lady Cannon to go to India. India? Alone? What are you, stupid? I wasn't alone. My companions were killed by monsters. Yeah, okay, whatever. Anyway, I helped, just as I promised. Now I'm out of here. What? Just like that? You're going already? Goku, stop right there! You! Lady Cannon! This time it's not a dream. Goku, I told you to help Sanzo in exchange for him freeing you. And I helped him. That makes us quits. Now I'm free. You will guard Sanzo all the way to India. Not a chance. I did as I said I would. I'm not getting stuck with this human. You leave me little choice. On Aurora Sawaka. Ah! My head is going to explode! Sanzo, listen closely. Goku will accompany you to India. If he doesn't do as you say, use the spell I just showed you. Was that on Aurora Sawaka? Ah! Hey! Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't think... Sanzo, you must gather the Guardians and bring them to Thunder Temple in India. Guardians? What are Guardians? Do not worry, the staff will guide you. Bring the Guardians to Thunder Temple. Wait, please, I don't understand. Stupid Cannon! How dare she do this to me? He's trying to remove the circlet on his head. That's part of the curse. What? This thing won't come off! I don't know about this. Son Goku joined the party, and we can actually look at those details, but it's not that informative, so we'll go ahead and skip ahead. We have a world map here, and we're really only allowed to go in one direction for the time being, but you can see later on it does split. Let's go on to the next map. Mount Darkwind. One interesting aspect is that the game's narrative creates the battles around it. I would imagine that when you're creating other fantasy tactical games, that you create battles and then write the story around that as well, and maybe at the same time. But this one already has a structure, a story, so you're going to hit certain milestones or key points. Gather the Guardians. Goku, what are the Guardians? The Guardians are the elite guards of Buddha. Wow, how do you know that? They tried to stop me when I invaded heaven. What? What do you mean invaded heaven? Just what I said. Anyway, I beat the Guardians, but lost to Buddha. What? You fought with Buddha? Is that why you were in the rock? Yeah, so what? Don't ask me anymore. I don't want to think about it.
I knew I heard someone up here, but I really wasn't expecting to see a monk. Strip him. We ought to get some good money for his belongings.
Goku, we're outnumbered. What should we do? Don't worry, they're just good-for-nothing bandits. But there's so many of them, we can't win. Don't worry, leave it to me. Defeat all enemies. It's good to know that tactical RPG objectives haven't changed 25 years. Listen, I have a secret weapon. I can wear change. Wear change? You mean the form you took before at the rock? Yes, if you choose to wear change, I will take that form. In my wear state, I can squash these bugs. When Son Goku and the rest of wear change, they take the wearer form. Wearer have very powerful special abilities, and these abilities use points. When the gauge reaches 0, they return to human form. While in wearer form, choosing the change option then allows them to return to human form, thus letting you save points. I'm gonna go ahead and immediately rush into the enemy, and then wear change right on top of him, causing a little bit of damage. You can additionally destroy the territory around you, such as the rocks, and you might be able to find items. On this particular map, you can find a turban and a potion if you choose to blow up the rocks. If you don't get all the items your first time through, you might be fortunate enough to get a random mission leading you here, and you can try again to get the item. Now, the enemies will show up blue or red, and then they may show blue or red numbers. Blue being good, red being bad. So for example, that one, he did an extra 2 damage to me. Take a look at the bottom right of the screen. You'll see that Sanzo has a green icon. That is life or wood as an element. So in Chinese mythos, the elements, they don't stop at earth, wind, fire, and water. Whereas you have Captain Planet's heart, that Chinese mythos will have wood as well. And metal, by the way. Son Goku is fire, this dude is gold, this dude is earth. In the Sierra RPG Quest for Glory, the 5th element is pizza. We'll pop this guy, and what I'm going to do here is instead of running far away, we're just going to back up a little bit, because remember that in a game like this, you can attack and move in either order. Well, if I move further away, then all he'll do is move to me and attack. But if I am in range of him, he'll probably attack and then move backwards. Probably. So by actually staying close to that enemy, that gives me time to run away. You may be thinking about it as breaking out of a grapple. This is my Great Ape's first move. We've already spent one of our 5 points we are changing. Let's take a look at our options here. The G1, that tells you how many points it's going to cost. This one's G2. MO is the effectiveness of that spell. The manual doesn't actually define what MO is. It does say specifically that it's how powerful it is, but it doesn't tell me what those letters stand for or short for. Claw is a line of 3, so if I were to say swipe this guy right here, you can see it's the green tiles to the left and right of it, as well as the one on the one I've targeted. Boulder Bash is an area of 1, so it's not only the tile I've selected, but the 1 tile's near it. But it's also a ranged attack. It does take 2 gauge to do, however. So if I can actually move here, the battle will be drawn closer to my priest, which is bad, but I'll be able to save points, which is good. note that we have one guy is blue, one guy is red. The red one will take almost no damage from me, but the blue one will take tons. Since I'm fire, I'm weak to water in this case. Again, this is the first and only time you'll see the claw animation. You see that he was originally going to do 73, but because of the elemental difference, it was 25 less points. So he chose to go ahead and flank, and that's fine. Now I can try to run away. I don't think it's going to help that much, but we can also heal up. The enemy do have ranged attacks, so you don't want to be caught off guard when they suddenly start surrounding Sanzo. You can level up not only your character, but you can level up your elemental usage. So let's say that Sanzo is casting a lot of fire magic. His fire abilities will improve over time. Alright, we can do another claw. And let's go and swipe here. So you note that we don't get to watch the claw animation, but that's the setting I've picked. And then we're going to stand right here in front of Sanzo. And there we go. We have broken away from the bandits. We can actually just flee other parts of the map and stay back. Now that being said, Sanzo is not completely helpless. He can actually defend himself. And he can probably take down one of the thieves, especially if he heals himself. 2 is kind of pushing it. 3, you should really, really pay attention to your formation. Okay, this is actually really good. Even though I won't be able to move, that's okay, because I can now just slaughter my way out. So we'll target the tile I'm on. It won't do any damage to me, by the way. And we'll do Boulder Bash. Since we're not doing a full playthrough, I'm not going to be trying to maximize gains, such as leveling up by farming experience points. But remember that if you do finish a map quickly, you get more wear experience. So there's a very nice, interesting split there. You can either try to farm experience for your characters, making the map slow, or get some bonus wear shapeshifting powers. It's probably more fun to just get the bonus shapeshifting powers. You'll have other opportunities. You can go to the dojo and level up your character. So we're gonna go, now that we've already cleared out a good number of enemies, we'll just move Sanzo back up and beat this guy. He's 1 hit point away from death. I really like our protagonist. He's a very nice person. And it's very interesting how it's set up. Can we fire dart? Yeah, we'll just fire dart this dude then. It's very nicely split off as a dichotomy with Goku. Goku doesn't really want to admit it, but I don't know how to really describe it, but from the interactions that I see here, Goku warms up to Sanzo. He just isn't willing to admit it because he's this tough guy who took on heaven. It doesn't make him a devil. That's really more of a Christian mythology thing, where you have heaven and hell. In this case, it's really just he wanted to get more powerful, so he'd sneak into heaven to take things. That's basically it. Think of it as if Zeus had a lightning bolt. It's just sitting there. It's like, oh, I could go and get that. So don't think of heaven as in like this guy must be the devil and he's evil. That's not really how it is. He's definitely not necessarily nice, but in this game he will be nice to Sanzo. If I wanted to farm experience, I would just heal Sanzo and get some more, but we're just gonna go through, since I only intend on showing you the first 3, and I'm hoping that I'm selling this game enough to you that you will go and pick it up for free, given that it's from 1999. I'll be editing out loading screens and all that too as well, which I often do, either way. My computer's not that fast. I'm kind of rusty. But you defeated everyone! You're incredible! I've been stuck in a rock for 500 years. Back then I would have been faster. 500 years? You were in that rock for 500 years! That's right, that Buddha didn't even give me a chance. I'd like to stick him in a rock. I'm sorry. You just got out and now you're being forced to come with me. Goku, I'll go to India alone. You're free. What? What are you talking about? Lady Cannon told me to go to India. There's no need for you to go too. You think you're going to make it to India alone? I'll be okay, and Lady Cannon won't punish you because I told you to go. Idiot! You think you'd actually make it alone? Besides, it was my decision to come with you. Cannon and this head thing have nothing to do with it. Remember that. Goku. Oh, enough of this. Let's go. Unlike me, you're just human. At this pace, by the time you get to India, you'll be an old man. Okay. Thanks, Goku. Then we move on to the next map. Collage. Are you hungry? Yeah, I am. Well, it's almost noon. Let's find someplace to eat.
Please don't kick me out. I'll do better. I'll do anything.
Shut up and get out. Go back to your own kind. Go now. Leave or you'll regret it.
Don't hit me. I'll go.
Welcome. We specialize in dumplings that'll make your mouth water. Not right now. Who was that? What? I'm sorry, you had to see that. His name is Cho Hakai. He was a journeyman chef that worked for me. This morning, just after I woke, I heard him yelling in the kitchen. He was yelling, "I did it! I found the ultimate flavor!" Oh, brother. So then what? I rushed to the kitchen and saw this huge monster licking the pans. I have a reputation to protect, so I chased him away. But he didn't really do anything wrong? That's true, but he's a monster for goodness sakes. Goku, feel sorry for him. I'm going to go look for him. Oh, he's alright. Just let him go. I guess we're going to look for him.
Oh, why? Why don't things ever work out right? Are my ears too big? Is my nose the wrong shape? Why?
Hey, don't jump. It's not worth it.
What do you think you're doing?
Help, Goku! What are you doing in there? That was scary. You know, you're going to make me old before my time if you keep this up. Sorry. So where's the pig guy?
Right here.
You're lighter than I thought.
Well, it's the monster in me, don't you know? Oh, but don't be afraid. It won't hurt you.
We're not afraid. Sorry for pushing you into the river.
You're not afraid of me, even though I'm a monster?
Why? You're not doing anything bad. Besides, Goku's a monster too.
You're not scared? You're really not scared?
Look out!
Not these guys again! Can't they leave a fellow alone? You two, stand back!
It's the arrival of our third character. This is why you have to share the wear gauge points, deciding who and when to use it. Wow! He's not just a monster, he's a were! Again, I do apologize that they say were for this game. I think if they were to retranslate it or readapt it, probably wouldn't have to be that way. But I think a were monster was a close facsimile for Westerners to understand at this time. Look at that! He can do things just like you, Goku. No, not like me. See, he's already changing back to his other form. Now, Koei is a Japanese company, so they've taken Chinese mythos, adapted it to their customs, and then further adapted it for a Western audience.
That is so tiring. I could never keep it up for long.
Defeat all enemies! If this kind of gameplay interests you, I do have a full playthrough of Tactics Ogre Reborn on this channel. couldn't find this information anywhere online, even on GameFAQs or GameFAQs.com, so I'm telling it to you here. Wood, or life, that would be Sanzo, is strong against earth. Earth is strong against water. Water is strong against fire, and fire is strong against metal, or gold. I'll show you the status screen after this battle, and that's where I deduced these things.
I'm so happy. I finally met someone who's not afraid even though I'm a monster. I won't mess up here. I will protect him.
Non-companion characters are guests. You cannot control guests, but they automatically fight the enemy. We can also turn our team into automated units as well. But you don't have to manually control everything at all times. This is good if you wanted to farm experience in random battles that aren't part of the storyline. Now we've got all the enemies clustered up. We'll go ahead and wear change. Doing damage to all the enemies near us, and then we'll move here. Now, since I don't know where the pig will go after this, it's okay. Actually, we'll have you smack this guy right next to you for a second. Oh, nice critical hit. Your characters do have a dodge animation whenever they successfully get missed. You don't always have to babysit Sanzo. He really can handle himself, but I'm trying to show good practices so that if you do decide to get the game, you at least know that, hey, you should be careful with him. He's like your king in chess. He can take care of himself, you just need to really think about where he is. In this case, instead of rushing to the left, where it was nice and open and that's where the side he went on, I took a moment before the enemy caught up to me and just charged into this alleyway. Hit 3, but we want the red one won't take much damage, so we'll actually hit this blue one in the back. It'll maximize the return on damage here. And we'll just wait. Sneak over here and take another smack at him. Another critical hit. Man, Sanzo, you are balling today. And interestingly, because they're so piled on, my guest character, he doesn't really have room to move and get out of formation. So we're actually playing really well here. Here, we could claw this, that would kill him. That would actually kill 2 of them. Maybe we'll do that. It'll still give us 1 point for another claw afterwards. We'll just heal up. Take 1 step back so that if he chooses to attack, now they're right next to Son Goku. Another early tactical game I'm reminded of is Cartia, which was really cool in the fact that you could do multiplayer. Unfortunately, I didn't have any friends that played the game. I guess I just like these really odd, obscure titles. At least I think they're obscure. Yet I always somehow completely miss the mainstream ones like Final Fantasy Tactics. That went really well. We must get a lot of wear XP for that. You can actually press a button through this, but we're letting the music play, and we're on the way out now. Thank you very much for Tran Plays Saiyuki Journey to the West. If you have played Black Myth Wukong and you are interested in the mythos, I hope I've piqued your interest in the game and that you do choose to pick up this game. This was my introduction to the whole mythology. Hey, you fight pretty well!
Thanks, I'm Chohakai. Who are you? Oh!
What's wrong? Did they get you somewhere?
Stomach.
Stomach? Where? I don't see any blood.
My stomach is killing me. I'm so hungry I'm not going to make it.
Here, eat this.
Food, glorious food.
I've seen that phrase before, so I looked it up. Apparently it's a reference to a 1960s title.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I ate it all.
That's alright. Are you feeling better now? I'm Sanzo. It's nice to meet you.
You're not from around here, are you? Where are you from?
I'm from the Golden Temple. We're on our way to India.
Master Sanzo,
What?
I was driven out of the restaurant. I have no place to go right now. Please, take me with you. I'll do anything. I'll cook, carry luggage, anything. Please.
Oh, is that all? You had me scared for a moment. Sure, come with us. Hey, you saw how much he ate? We don't have nearly enough food to feed him.
Don't worry about me. I know how to scrounge for food.
Goku, why not? The more the merrier.
Man, this is just not going how I planned. Yay, I'm not alone anymore. Hooray!
And then if you look at details, this is just what you would normally see. He's got an iron rake that's equipped, a turban, and clothes. We can smith the rake to be stronger, but I can't give the rake to Son Goku or Wukong. That was Saiyuki. I'll see you next time, and I hope to hear from you if you choose to get the game.